had a job interview, get another job offer because I realized you guys clocked it every time, and this is they have, so I can apply to them because the famous hair brand, they were like, do you want to be like our... Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, it's Population Me or Miracle. Hi. If you're returning, it's episode 18 of Chasing Rejection. And today it has been quite a busy day. It's also like 3 p.m. So you guys saw a good chunk of nothing because I didn't film it. I will film more obviously, but I am currently in my secondary room where I do everything and where I always film. And I just got off of doing like several things without you guys seeing. I did my unemployment benefit. So if you guys don't know, I'm unemployed, have been since like November, which is why I did the whole Chasing Rejection series. So I did my unemployment, so I just re-upped on that. I had a job interview today, which was very, I wouldn't say exciting, but it happened unexpectedly, that's the word. Because they called me like 11:46 in the morning to be like, hey, we love your resume, And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm still asleep, by the way. Don't worry about it. And they were like, oh, can we do an interview at 3? And I was like, sure. So I literally did the interview. And it was okay. I'll talk more about it a little later just because I think I have more to say about it. I don't know if I like the route it has for the interview, but let me keep going and I'll circle back. So those two things happened. And then I got several phone calls, 2 in the modeling world. One of them was for like a modeling coaching person. This person's a coach. Should have just led with that. And one of my model friends from the runway show down Saturday, video up here, if you haven't seen it already, she introduced me to this woman to say, oh, she helped me with modeling, I guess. And I was like, oh, okay. So I called her today to learn more about what she does. I don't really know what she does, like at all. And she told me about her website, which I was on it while she talked to me, because I was like, let me do 2 things at once without doing it later. And she was just telling me about like how she coaches people, whether they're models or want to be models for like their shows and for the whole shebang of modeling. And they do like daily training online, mind you, online, which would be fine if it wasn't $400 for the entire thing. Yeah, it was very much giving salesman pitch, which I get it. Like, she's a coach, she wants people to be on this for her. But if you go on her website, which I'm not gonna link it, because for once I'm like, let me not put everyone's business out there every time I talk about these things. But I went on her website and I was like, half of your website is not complete. Like, I'm confused how you're a reputable site. Like, I don't know. I think she's a model. I think she didn't I don't know. She probably scamming someone. I'm not gonna lie to you. But she was another model friend of mine told me about her. So I'm like, does she know this woman might be scamming her? Because I don't know about you, but her website has like a bunch of tabs in it. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna click through it. Half of the tabs are empty, like there's nothing there. And I'm just like, you have like at least 10 tabs, nothing's in half of them. So it's like kind of crazy. And then it's like $400 for you to do extensive runway experience plus posing plus the looks for pictures and everything like that. But it's online. It's online, apparently. And then by the time you see each other, it's like the day you have the runway show. They have one in Indianapolis. That's what she said, in 2 weeks from now. And I was like, so in 2 weeks, that's when your show is, and you want someone to pay $400 just to basically walk in a show. And you get like 5 free tickets. But I'm like confused because she said it was free, which is not, because you're paying for it. But then it's like, oh, well, people can buy the tickets off you. And I'm like, but then it's not free tickets. Like, what are we talking about? It was like, in my head, I was like, every scam dialogue, and I've been scammed several times. Every scam dialogue, which is hitting my head, like, I'm confused on how this is literally not like a lie, or maybe not a scam, but just the verbiage was there. I'm like, you're not giving me 5 free tickets if I just pay $400. And then on top of that, she has another show coming up like after this one in the summertime. I don't know where it is. I think it's in Chicago. And that's another $200 to walk. And she was telling me it's $200 because they got to do more extensive training. And I'm like, yeah. I was like, all right, girl, you just, you know. So she wanted my answer by Monday on whether or not I'm going to be a part of it. The answer is going to be no. But I wanted her to think I'm sitting on it because I can't say, I'm too scared to say no. So I'm deciding to wait until Friday because I'll probably tell her actually on tomorrow because I'm really busy on Friday. But yeah. And then my other phone call I had was something that actually made more sense and didn't sound like a scam. It's also for modeling. It's for Lux Models, I think it was. I don't remember actually saying yes to an email like that, but I probably did. I probably just forgot. That's to happen. But she was telling me about how there's a modeling gig happening on the 26th at 6 p.m. on Sunday. And I was like, oh, okay. And it's like for streetwear fashion. I was like, oh, fun. And it's like paid for me. I get paid. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I love that for me. So that's amazing. So hopefully, she reminds me, because I don't remember what she told me, to be honest. She called me like an hour plus ago. And 2, I'm excited to potentially have my first paid gig in modeling, which we'll see. We'll see, right? I haven't really been paid in modeling yet. I've been paid in free nails. I got a goodie bag for a jewelry brand. Not jewelry, unfortunately, no. But I got a goodie bag for a jewelry brand. And I got free pants for a boutique that I did. And those pants were amazing. And they're like $68 retail. So beautiful. So I haven't gotten money. I did get a Starbucks gift card, but I don't like Starbucks. I gave it to a friend. But yeah. So that's what's been going on with me recently. Yeah, I don't really know what else to tell you guys. Oh yeah, I got accepted into like a runway model TV show. If I don't sound excited about it, it's because I'm trying to figure out if it's real. It's one of those things where you think you applied to it, but then you apply to a lot of random things, so you kind of forget if some things could be scamming or if they could be legit. So I gotta wait till I get more information about it. But if it's true, it'd be great. Apparently, they're filming in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which I could take the Amtrak. But I have taken the Amtrak to Milwaukee before, so I know I can do it. I don't remember how I did it. But apparently they have like a workshop portion, which you don't have to be a part of, apparently, according to them. And I'm not going to be a part of it because like $150. And I'm like, girl, hell no. I'm not paying all that to like someone who claims to be on American Top Model. Apparently someone's there. But they say you can still be a part of the filming even if you don't do the workshop. I'm like, great. I've already been accepted, so I'm going to go to the workshop. So that's really what I've been doing the time I've been yapping without you guys seeing me. So now I have a bunch of tasks to do that I've been doing every day for once. It's also Wednesday. Happy hump day. It's the 15th, April 15th. If you haven't done your taxes, do your taxes. I know, I hate to say those words because I would be Al Capone in this lifestyle, but I cannot legally do that. But yeah, so we have a bunch of stuff to do today. I'll put it on the screen. I'm using this new app to do my to-do list because every other to-do list, I just don't like it because sometimes it's just the way it looks. Sometimes I want notifications. Sometimes I want it to be a little bit more fun. Otherwise, I'm just doing boring ass tasks. So I found this is not sponsored, I wish. I found this to-do app that is also like for ADHD people. I don't think it will help you for ADHD personally, but they claim it does. So medically, you could probably sue them. But it's called, I'll put a name on the screen. I'll take a picture of it and put it on there for you guys. But this is the app I'm using. It does have AI features where you can just type in what you want it to be a task of, and then it'll make the task automatically for you. And it does like 7 free messages for free. So it has a paid feature, but if you know what task you're gonna do, you can just type it yourself. You can do that no matter what, even if you run out of the free messages. I know this because I gave them 3 stars on the app, on Google Play, and then the owner messaged me and was like, "Oh, you can actually put the task in there correctly if you do this, this, and that." They said it really nicely, and I was like, "Oh, okay, let me go back on the app and try it out." And I could do it. I just couldn't find it because it didn't look that user friendly to me. But then I found it and I was like, oh, perfect. I'll just change my results. And then they came back and messaged me, oh, I'm glad you like it. Let us know if you have any more issues. And I'm like, So if you write reviews, someone out there does care. Or to intimidate me. I don't know. Point is, we have a bunch of stuff to do today. And the number one thing we're doing now is actually jobs. So I'm gonna go on my computer per usual. I'm in the best place for the entire situation. And I'm going to go on the website that I've been doing to apply for jobs once I actually log in. But yeah, the interview that I had today, let me talk about that a little bit before I continue to apply for jobs. I got it today, obviously. It was like 15 minutes on Microsoft Teams, and it was not a recruiter. It was like, I think someone who is a recruiter in general. I think they just recruit for that company and other companies. So it's like an agency almost, which is kind of interesting. I don't think I applied to them. Well, I guess I did, but anyway, they essentially, it's a contract role, 6 months contract role, which I guess I applied to as well. And it's a PM role. And the crazy thing is, he was telling me how they only want like one interview process before they make their actual yes or no decisions on anyone. And I was just like, okay, that's a little weird. It's like one interview. I would love if all the jobs had one interview, but that's a little quick, right? But it's a contract, right? Whatever. But he was telling me how other people who had the role or didn't take the offer or whatever, it always seemed like the company just didn't like how they operated in the job because they didn't really give too much of, they didn't talk, they didn't communicate, they didn't come for help when they needed help. And I'm like, so everybody who came before me didn't want to get help, so they all got fired. But it was so funny because when he told me about it on the phone, he told me one person didn't take the offer and they were scrambling to look for another person. And that's how I got the email to like apply or whatever. And then now he was telling me, oh, well, they didn't really like the way he communicated during the interview. But I'm like, that's not really what you said beforehand. You made it seem as if they didn't want the offer. And now you make it seem like the one interview you were giving out, they just didn't like the way he communicated. So there was no way to get the offer from that position. It was just so weird. The verbiage kind of changed up, which I'm sure is just like corporations speak to be like, oh, we can't make you out to seem like this job is horrendous, and everyone leaves because they realize it's horrendous, especially since it's contract work. Why don't they want you full-time? I don't know, because it sounds like they desperately need a full-time person, at least not for just the 6 months. But yeah, that was happening, and literally he was telling me about the role, and it was just like, they need 1,000,001 things to be done. They have a bunch of tasks they need you to do. They're very much not gonna give you the vibes of like you do this, you do this, you do that. Like these are tasks for you to do. They want you to do your own tasks, but then know exactly what you're doing in order to tell like your boss. And I'm like, no one in the company can do this shit? Like, I don't know, it feels kind of weird. I'm doing a bad job explaining it. Just know overall, it gave off weird vibes of like, they just want to overwork you on a contract like salary or whatever, or a contract, whatever. You're not technically a part of a union if you're contracted, right? So they can overwork the fuck out of you. And I was just like, oh, okay, that's really weird. So we'll see if, oh my God, it won't pause. So we'll see if it even pans out for me, because the guy said he wants to give me an interview by next week. So we'll see if that even happens. I'm kind of hoping that even if I interview with them, I get another job offer, because I realistically don't want to do this job. Not because I think it's too hard or anything. You know, he made out to be like 1,000,001 tasks has to be done daily. And I was like, bitch, I see why people are leaving. But on top of that, it was very much giving like, you're going to be overwhelmed every day. And I'm just like, gosh, I don't know about y'all, but overwhelmed on a first day job is crazy. But yeah, I did have an interview for a different job like 3 weeks ago, and I won't hear back until literally next Friday, which I know is what you're saying. I told my friends about this and they told me the exact same thing, which is you're crazy for not emailing them back and demanding an answer. And I'm just like, I can't demand an answer from a recruiter, because if you guys don't know, I interviewed like 2 weeks ago and I have to wait like 1 more week to get an answer, because according to the recruiter, they want to interview everyone who has already set up their last round, which is a case study that I talked to you guys about. And by the time they actually get through everyone. They'll make this decisions from that group, which if you guys know anything about being an interview or doing jobs or whatever, some jobs will literally make you interview, like the phone call interview, maybe the second round interview, and they will literally stop you from interviewing to the third round, all because someone else filled up the role beforehand, right? And that's happened to me. I've had interviews where I couldn't go on to the next round because they already filled up the role, even though I was actively interviewing. So I've never had someone tell me, we need everyone to finish before we give out offers. So to me personally, I'm just like, okay, it's not a no, right? It's not a no. And I'm glad she told me that the date for when I should know is the 24th, which is next week, which is a long time from now. But anyway, right? So I can't do anything, nor will I do anything. Unlike my friends who want me to do everything, I'm just gonna let it fly, because I personally don't want to risk having a no just because I'm pushy. So I'd rather wait. You know, I really hope no one does better than me, which is crazy, but I want a job. So no one please do better than me. Anyway, enough chit chatting. I've yapped for who knows how long on this camera. So let's talk about the website I'm using, which I've already used before, and I definitely told you guys about it before. So I'm just gonna show you guys the website, because I feel like every time I show you guys things, I always have something new to talk about. This is the website I use. This is for Illinois. You guys already know this. You guys clocked it every time. And this is how I've been using it. I literally just type it in. If you guys know, because you watch my videos, you know exactly what I'm gonna talk about. But you put the title in, the location in, and then they gave you all this. What am I doing differently this time though? I am literally looking at the date it's posted, which is funny because I should have been doing that from the beginning. But when I first got on this website, I just allowed myself to apply to any job that had my title and the Chicago location, because guess how many jobs there are? There are this many jobs. Wow, they took out like 1,000 jobs the last time I was on here. But yeah, it's actually a lot of jobs are on here, which is really nice for me because I can actually apply to them. The only problem is when I do it every day, I need to literally check on the dates. I don't reapply to a job I already did. And luckily, jobs like these have updated daily. So today is the 15th. It's not 157. So let's just recycle it, see if I got a new job. No. So that's kind of crazy to have the newest job is last night. But they're also like not in order apparently. But as long as it's from today to even yesterday night, I'll be fine. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. So yeah, you guys are basically gonna watch me do my task because I haven't. I have not done my task. So we're gonna do that. I did read my book. So I read that for 30 minutes already. We're actually almost finished. Look, this is my bookmark. Look how much I have left. I might be able to finish this book before the month ends, mainly because it's a really good book, but because I've been doing this new system. So that's what I'm gonna do on my phone right now, or computer, whatever. Hey guys, I'm back. I finished applying to jobs. I think I applied to like less than 10. Yeah, it's kind of hard to find that many jobs. I'm lucky that I did find a website that allows me to find jobs that come out daily. I want to say they take every job that's in Chicago and they put on this website, but I can't very well be sure without doing my research. But I'm pretty sure they take a good chunk of it, because there are a lot of internships on there, and I know it's April, and for a lot of internships they start either in May or June, so that's why I think this might be a good website, but without verifying it, I don't know. It's better than LinkedIn, okay? It's a lot better than LinkedIn. LinkedIn is honestly like a social media platform at this point. But now we're going to move on to our next thing on our list, which is to apply for modeling casting calls. I didn't tell you guys this because I was telling about like literally anything else, but I did go to the casting call on Sunday this week, right after the show. Like the show was on Saturday. We did amazing. And then on Sunday, I had another casting call in the morning. And honestly, I didn't really think they were going to call me back because, I don't know, I just don't think anyone calls me back. But when they do, I'm like, oh, I feel nothing. I feel stressed when I don't get calls back, but that's just me. But I got a call back for the modeling runaway, which I was like, oh, perfect. Like, I did not expect that at all. But the thing is tomorrow, which usually would be okay. Unless I had a job, then it would not be okay. But the time is like 6 p.m., which I think is okay in the grand scheme of things, but I'm pretty sure I have something to do tomorrow. I just don't remember. So I'm like, I might have to skip the casting call. So we'll have to see if that is the case. If not, I'll let you guys know because I'm editing this tomorrow. So if I don't go to it, it's because I literally had something else to do. If I do go to it, I'll put it on the bottom to let you know if I actually made it. But if I do go, very excited, very grateful. I got a second call back for it. So yay. And it was like pretty close by. I took a lot of Ubers that day though. But anyway, I'm on Instagram right now because usually that's where a lot of these casting calls happen in. So I'm literally going to go through this and find some casting calls that they have so I can apply to them, because something like this is in Phoenix, but then something like this is in Chicago. I actually went to this casting call. This happened literally last week and I did not get a call back, which I was like, so sad. But it is totally fine because who knows? Oh yeah, I'm actually going to this. This is the American Beauty show that happens, I assume, every year. And I'm actually going to be there as a volunteer. So I won't be able to stream it, or not stream it. I'm not going to be able to record it, but it'd be really nice. This looks like fun. Wow, that looks cool. But I'm not in New York. So just like we did with the jobs, we're just going to apply for this. I'm going to do this for like 30 minutes because after a while, I will be very bored. I will want to do anything else. But I'm going to go on Instagram and Facebook as my main place, just because it'll be a lot easier for me to do that. So yeah, I'm going to do that right now before I continue anything else. Okay. Hey guys, I'm back. I have applied to, I want to say 2 different casting calls. I cannot seem to sit myself correctly in my chair. Anyway, I'm back. I hope I'm not too far away for y'all. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'm back. It's been like probably past 30 minutes. I did not put a timer on, so I just told myself 30 minutes. I was trying to go on Facebook and find casting calls on there, but the website isn't working, which is typical for right now. But yeah, so I just went on Instagram and I found like 2 casting calls that I was going to do. And after this, I'm going to contact brands and see if they want to do a collab with me, just to see if we can do that. I don't know why, but I saw this one email that was like, not email, this Instagram post that was like, here are all the brand's emails for PR. They gave me like 3. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll contact Fenty. I'll see if Fenty wants to collab with me for free. Like, what? I did it anyway. You never know. They're gonna tell me no, or they'll just ignore me. Either way, I'm totally fine with it. But yeah. But as you guys just saw, I just got like an email. If you guys didn't see it, I'll post it here. I got another email saying they want to do a job interview with me. Yay. So I'm no longer in this slump of no more interviews, which is really nice for me. And I think it was for a job. I applied for either today or yesterday. I only applied to like 10 jobs today. And I'm like, unless they're AI, just saw my resume that I haven't changed in months and thought perfect, or they actually looked at my thing and thought perfect. Either way, I have another interview. And it hasn't been scheduled yet. I just emailed them, so we'll see. But yeah, I think I'm going to end the video here though, because I don't know how many more angles I can show you of me on my laptop. But the next thing I'm going to do is literally just contact brands for modeling just to see if they will contact me back and say yes. I'm going to stick to small brands. I did do Fenty and Aloe and Skims, but I saw the email, so I thought, why not? But at the same time, I'm going to contact smaller brands just to make sure I have a bigger chance of a yes in my belt. But that's what I'm going to do. And once Facebook works one day, I'll go on there and I'll contact brands on Facebook because they tend to be on Facebook a lot. And we'll see from there, literally. I might even go to Etsy or even Shopify and see if it's any like Chicago-based brands there, just to see if they're willingly let me collab with them for a photo shoot for free, because, you know, it's obviously a small business. That's what I'm going to do for today. I missed my class, my modeling class I told y'all about like weeks ago. I missed it on Sunday because I had a modeling casting call that day, so I didn't do it. So I have to do it in like in 20 minutes, which is kind of the reason why I'm ending the video as well. So I'll see you guys next week when I do a whole new video. I don't think I'll be able to take you to the American Beauty Show with me because I have to work for like 8 hours for free because it's volunteering. But if I get any goodies, which I was told I would get goodies, I will show you the goodies off. They'll be for me, but I'll show them off to you guys so you guys know it was there. Oh my god, you know what's so funny? Before I close out this entire video, I'm volunteering for this event, right? I was actively trying to be a model in the show because they were asking for models and I did not get put in as a model. Sucks, I know. Anyway, Camille Rose, I'm not sure if I can leak it. I can leak it. It doesn't matter. I never applied. Camille Rose, yes, the famous hair brand. They were like, do you want to be like our, not model, but like brand ambassador for the table? And I was just like, oh my God, I can't. Like, I'm volunteering for like 3 days straight and they're only letting me do it for like 2 days. And I'm like, you're going to pay me, but like, it's like $20 an hour. It's nothing, but it's more than what I'm getting now for volunteering. But I already told the volunteer people I'm going to do it for them. So I can't apply for the Camille Rose, unfortunately. But I also don't think they would have given me anything free because they're giving away free samples to the people who come, which it makes sense. The tickets look crazy. But I'm like, no, I'll have a bigger chance of getting free stuff if I go as a volunteer because it will be like the samples of everyone versus Camille Rose would just give me their products. So I think I'm good where I'm at. But when I saw that email, I was like, damn it, if you came like a week earlier, I would have said yes. But it's okay. There's always next time. No, there's not. There's not going to be another beauty brand company in Chicago. But anyway, I'll catch you guys next time. I'm going to stop yapping. I'm going to go back to doing what I got to do. And I'll see you guys literally next week. I know it's like Thursday to y'all, so we'll see. But bye, guys. Love you guys. Remember to like, share, and subscribe so I don't miss new episodes from me. And this is episode 18 of She's New Rejection. Okay, bye. I'm rambling too much. Bye-bye.